687-51 800-246-8751.
AM 560, The Answer.
I'm so excited.
Dan and Amy, we're coming to you live from Signature Bank, kicking off our AM 560 Signature Bank business tour this morning in Edison Park. And it is Election Day in Chicago. We talked to Willie Wilson earlier. We're going to talk to Bob Fioretti, former alderman, candidate, at 8:38. But now we've got David Krupa. You remember David Krupa. He's the young man, the DePaul student, taking on Marty Quinn, Madigan stooge Marty Quinn for 13th Ward Alderman. And David Krupa joins us now. David, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for having me, Dan. I appreciate it.
All right, so what's going to happen today in the 13th Ward?
Well, we got a big day ahead of us. You know, we have expected Marty to get all of his people out early. So what it stands is we have to win it here on Election Day in order to win the election. But thankfully, people who have waited until now are either undecided, maybe they haven't heard about the election. They're very easy to win over. So we're looking to win Election Day by big margins here, 60-65%. We're looking to win.
Well, what are you hearing from the people what are you hearing from people out on the street when you're talking to people and getting out the vote?
Well, from what I've been hearing from people who are outside the polling places, because I'm outside one myself, it's good. It's really good. The majority of people who are walking in already know about us. They're voting for us. That's good. I've had a couple of people who I happen to win over at the door. There's only been like one or two people who are saying, "Nah, I don't like you." So, so it's looking good.
You tell them I don't like you either.
So in the 13th Ward, for people not familiar, the Latino vote is substantial. And so, you know, Marty Quinn's an old Irish machine, Paul, and you've got potentially an opportunity if you can bring the Latino vote over to your side to support an outsider, yeah?
Yeah. You know, that's one of the things we've been campaigning hard for. We've been canvassing hard in the Hispanic areas of my ward for the past few weeks. We've been sending mailers. We've been hitting that area very hard. They don't like Marty Quinn. He's disserviced their communities for a long time. We just have to make ourselves a viable candidate, and I think we've done that pretty well. The only thing that I could ask for more is a couple more volunteers. We don't really have the operation that we would have liked to have out here. We're trying to get one person for every polling place, and I think if we can at least do that, we'll have some good numbers.
All right, scramble the volunteers to head down to the 13th Ward and help out the DePaul kid, for goodness sakes. So if people want to volunteer, how do they do so? Who do they call? Who do they email?
Well, they can call my office at 773-839-2727, or they can just head right down over to 5638 West 63rd Street, which is my campaign headquarters. My campaign director's in there. He'll set you up with a nice polling place. We'll be talking to people for as long as we can, and then, you know, after all this is over, have a nice election party at the office at 7 o'clock.
Hey, have you been staying safe? Any threats or anything recently?
Well, you know, these precinct captains out here at the polling places, they're not too kind to me personally. I haven't had any trouble with my other people with them. But I've actually got a security guard with me today, so don't worry about my safety. I'll be all right.
Well, I mean, only in Chicago.
Right.
Can you run for alderman? You need a security guard. Stay safe.
He is David Krupa. He's trying to pull off one of the great upsets in Chicago political history, were it to happen, running 13th Ward Alderman against Marty Quinn. You got the details if you want to help him out in the between now and 7 p.m. David, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck today.
Thank you. Everybody go vote.
Yep. And